Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Today we are doing a Tres Leches Cream Ale. Yes, a Tres Leches Cream Ale. Very excited. I've done this before. I've changed the recipe a little bit. I want to kick it up a little bit, modify it just a tiny bit. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Definitely appreciate the sharing. My Walmart $6 Halloween shirt on. Loving the price, loving the shirt. Very, very simple recipe. We're talking 7 pounds of grains. That's it, 7 pounds. Got my grains. Got some oatmeal, a lot of oatmeal. Lactose, and some light brown sugar. So a little bit more on the complexity to some degree, but not really. We're talking 4 pounds, 4 3/4 pounds of Golden Promise, 1 3/4 pounds of just flaked oats. We will have a step mash because of the flaked oats. I want to kind of break down some of those gooiness, you know what I mean? 4 ounces of acid malt, 4 ounces of caramel malt 20. I want to give it a hint of that caramel, and I also wanted to give it a hint more color, so that's why I went with that. And then one of the adjuncts, as you want to call it, or whatever, additions, I'm doing 12 ounces of brown sugar, which should give it a hint of sweetness and a hint more caramel. I didn't want to go nuts with dark. And then I'm actually going to toss in a whole pound, which is very excessive when it comes to lactose, but I want to give this a nice creaminess like the Tres Leches. If you've ever had a Tres Leches dessert, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We're also doing cinnamon. Cinnamon is optional on Tres Leches, but a Tres Leches, if you don't know what that is, it is a 3-milk cake, a very Spanish in origination, I guess, or where it came from. Amazing. I don't tolerate lactose very well, but I do love a Tres Leches once in a while. And of course, we're using White Labs Cream Ale, and I'm looking to add some vanilla. I'm debating between adding vanilla beans or my bourbon vanilla extract that I have from Trader Joe's. Hops, we're only doing 1 ounce of Hallertau, and we're going to do that right at the 60-minute just to kind of balance it out. I forget what the IBUs are, but I have it really, really low. And our step mash will start with 112 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes before we go up to 156 Fahrenheit. I want to leave a lot of fermentable sugars behind to give it a little more sweetness than my original one that I did. So, and then of course mashing out at 168 for 10 minutes and sparge and rock on. But yeah, I'm very excited. I've brewed this before. It was very nice. I just think I needed to kick it up a bit. I brewed it back in 2017 and it's 2021. Yeah, it's time to revisit some of those recipes and modify them and get them really, really nice and dead on. Let's get brewing. We got our Anvil, we've got our Jaded Scylla. I think we're ready. Okay, there goes the brewing salts. The humidity was already starting to clump up a little. And no, I have not installed the feet yet. Lack of time. Okay, we have 1 pound, 12 ounces of oatmeal, flaked oatmeal. So yeah, I'm putting in plenty of rice hulls. Rice hulls float, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're gonna get mashed in. Just got that done. My lid. Put it over here. Okay, put the restrictor on. Open up the valve. Turn on the pump, and let's see where we're at. Okay, let's open it up a little more. Okay, we're gonna be at 112, which I'm gonna drop it down for 20 minutes, and that rest is primarily for the oatmeal. Okay, I just set it for 20 minutes for the rest at 112 for the oatmeal. We'll hit our timer, and there it goes. Okay, we're going to 156 Fahrenheit. Okay, I bumped it to 156 Fahrenheit. Put it to 100%. We'll get there. We'll stay there for 55 minutes, and then we'll go up to 168 for 10 and mash out. Okay, we got about 30 seconds at 156, and we're gonna go up to 168 so we can get ready to sparge out. I'm gonna go ahead and clear that so I don't have to listen to it. Okay, let's place the ring in here. Yes, the ring. Okay, it's nice and snug. Pull this thing up very centered. Turn it, and it's pretty light. So we'll get ready to sparge that out. Okay, I'm gonna start sparging and we'll go from there. In theory, I should put a wedge under this just to help it because of the angle. Oh, wow. That's kidding. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and kick this up. And there we go. We'll let that get up there and kick off a boil. And we'll move that here in a few minutes. Okay, so the Tres Leches is boiling. Just hit the boil. I'm gonna get the timer ready and we'll rock and roll and we get a 90-minute boil. Got a 60-minute hop addition, and that's the only hop addition here, and it's just to help balance things. Okay, so we are literally at the 60. In a few seconds. I'm just gonna put it in a bag because there's only one hop addition, so this will be our 60-minute hop addition. Dropping in some Hallertau, or Hallertau, however you want to say it. There we go. Hook it on here. Just added a pound of lactose, tablespoon of cinnamon. Yeah, most of that'll fall out of suspension. And 12 ounces of light brown sugar. World flock tablet, yeast nutrient, we're rocking and rolling. And like I said, we're on the last few seconds, 19 seconds. So we're gonna chill this bad boy down. Okay, we should be dropping temp quick. Let's get our agitation going. Nice and easy. Not the best agitation, but hey, it's agitation. I'll open this up. Okay, we had a good day. Tres Leches Cream Ale. 1.053 was the expected gravity. We ended up at 1.058, putting us at about 84.9% brewhouse efficiency. Luckily, we're good with the fermentation because the White Labs Cream Ale 080 shouldn't hit us too hard. We'll go from 5% to 5.5. I'm okay with 5.5. So we got our cream ale here. Already dropped in the tilt, already dropped in the White Labs Clarity Firm, which I like putting in these. I can smell the cinnamon, but it's mild, so I may have to add a little more. I like to add the spices during the very end of the boil. That way I know they get sterilized, sanitized, whatever you want to call it, but you know what I mean? So I may have to boil some cinnamon and drop a little more in there. The vanilla, I'm leaning towards the bourbon vanilla from Trader Joe's. I'll probably put that in towards the end, and I got to tighten this up a little bit. We're gonna put a little floating dip tube in there and the whole 9 yards. So we'll do this under pressure. There's a cream ale. Don't even need half of that. There we go. My cream ale was lackluster, so I bought some fresh cream ale from my local homebrew shop. Among other things I had to grab, including the lactose. And I didn't buy the lactose because I was out of lactose. I bought it because I was getting ready to be out, and that way I have kind of a backfill effect. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and put this on here. I'll pop it open here in a second through the floating dip tube in there. I just totally forgot. But that's it. So don't forget part 2 where we do the transfers, the taste test, and see how the Tres Leches Cream Ale comes out. I've made it before. I modified it a tiny bit this time around, but I'm excited. Thank you again for joining us here at Bitter Reality Brewing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, keep sharing. Definitely appreciate the support. Thank you.